Guys, welcome back to our channel. So today is Friday, I believe August 7th, 2020. We are still in quarantine in the Vereen household. Again, some disclaimers. If you hear some thumping, it is my 7-year-old or 2-year-old upstairs, so just ignore, or you might hear some people outside cutting grass today. It's a beautiful day outside, don't know. Anyway, so let's get into it. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about problems. And so the topic for today is got problems. I received a lot of feedback that a lot of people just want to know how to handle, everyday common work problems that they have. And so I decided to do a video about it. So let's get started. Okay, so got problems. So I remember a time when I, at one of my previous jobs, I had an issue with one of my coworkers, and I didn't address it. I just let the issue linger, and the issue kind of growed, and it kind of, was blown out of proportion when it finally hit the fan. And one of the things that I regret is that I did not address the issue earlier. So today I just want to talk to you about just addressing issues. Like I said, I'm not getting super specific because everyone may have their own issue, and of course take this advice and apply it where needed. But one of the things that I want to talk about today is how I just address issues. And so the first thing that I tell people is address the issue while it's at its premature stage. And this is something that I've learned across my professional career, is that when the issue is still a baby, it's in its premature stage, that's the best time to address the issue. For example, if you're dealing with a coworker and you may not like the way that they speak to you or like something that they're doing, you can just, whenever they do that thing again or cause that action, again, that's when you can address the issue. A lot of people say that some of their people or coworkers or supervisors are standoffish, and it's hard to have a conversation with them about an issue head on. And so for that, I like to suggest have that conversation in the midst of the issue. So for example, if you're having an issue with your coworker and you don't like the way that she speaks to you, the next time that she speaks to you that way, address that issue right then and say, "Hi, Kathy, are you having an okay day today? Is everything okay? Your voice, you just seem kind of loud. Just want to know if everything's okay because I just didn't like the way that you spoke to me." So that way Kathy can see in that moment the problem. She can see the action that she's doing in that moment and can probably better address it then. And so I like to tell, people deal with the issue when it's in its premature stage, because it hasn't had time to linger. Feelings haven't had time to grow on both sides. And so deal with it then. If you do not deal with the issue in its premature stage, the issue is going to grow into premature adolescence. So, not premature adolescence, into its juvenile stage. And so this is when the issue has become a teenager. It's talking back, the attitude has grown, the neck rolling has started, the snapping has started, the use of wrong verbiage has started. So we don't want those things in the workplace. So again, if you don't address the issue at the premature stage, the issue can grow into its juvenile stage. And again, you've let the issue linger, you start to grow in feelings. Now it's not, "Oh, well, Kathy's speaking to me and I don't like it." Is, who does Kathy think she's talking to? Is she talking to me? I don't think she's talking to me. So let's address it at the premature stage. Again, if you don't, it's going to grow into the juvenile stage. So again, if you don't address it then at the juvenile stage, now you've given the issue, the problem, an opportunity to grow into the adolescent stage. Now it's a full-grown adult. You can't tell it nothing. You can't tell it what to do. It pays bills. It no longer stays at home with its mom. You know, it's grown. So now when you address Kathy, if if it's an issue and she's talking to you and she's and you don't like the way that she's speaking to you, now instead of just saying, okay, I didn't like the way Kathy spoke to me, now you're like, okay, let's go. You're taking off your ear, let's go. You're ready to fight. So we don't want to see issues gain that much momentum and grow into that stage. So again, my advice for you today, for my people who got problems, have issues at work, and again, take the advice and place it where you may. But if you're having an issue, the best thing to do is deal with the issue at its premature stage. Do not allow the issue to have time to grow. When you do that, people can start to assume, and you know what happens when people assume. So we don't want to see that. So again, address the issue at the premature stage. Do not allow it to grow to a juvenile stage or adolescent stage. I like to tell my people, at the juvenile stage, you can still save it. You can still address that issue with the person and you guys come out on the other end okay. Normally, when you allow the issue to grow to the adolescent stage, I like to tell my people that you can address it. You still should address it. But there may be some burnt bridges there. There may be some lost friendships there, some lost businesses there, different things like that. So again, we don't want to see those things happen. We want you to enjoy your workplace, have a happy workplace, have a great, work-life balance. So if you can, address those issues when they're at their premature stage. Do not allow those issues to grow into adolescence to where now it can affect you. It can have negative consequences on your job or your place of work or different things like that. And so we don't want to see those things happen. So, okay, before we clock out, let's hit this team meet. Let's go. Okay, so today our topic was got problems. Everybody has common workplace issues at their job, place of employment. And so today we talked about levels of dealing with the issues. And so our first level is the premature level. Deal with the issue head on at the premature level if you can. This way, feelings haven't had time to grow and you can deal with the issue more smoothly. The second stage, if you allow the issue to grow, is the juvenile stage. At this stage, both parties have had time to grow feelings about the issue. They've had time to assume what the other person is thinking, different things of that nature. And so now, when you address the issue, it may be a little harder facing it head on. Third stage. So the third stage is the adolescence stage, when the problem is now at the adult stage. And so at this stage, if you address the problem, which you should, there is a likelihood that there will be collateral damage on both sides, meaning that you may lose a friend, you may lose an employee. If you're supervising, you haven't addressed the issue. This goes both ways. So we always want to address the issue at the premature stage. All right, guys, that's it for me today. So don't forget, this advice can work both ways. It can be associated with a supervisor trying to deal with an issue with an employee, or an employee trying to deal with an issue with another employee or supervisor, so on and so forth. So again, remember, always address the issue at the premature stage if you can. We'll see you next time.